There's always good and there's always negative when it comes to technology and change, and as it can be a blessing to be able to be in touch with somebody at the drop of a hat, it can also be a curse, and that you feel like you always have to be in touch with somebody at the drop of a hat.
The world that you live in is wrapped around computing. This device right here is more powerful than that device over there. So technology has come quite a long way. When I first came here, there were no restrictions on the internet. People could go wherever they wanted. Now we have Barracuda firewall that is meant to protect students and where they can go and where they can't go.
The important thing is keeping them busy in doing some very activities that help them learn the material, participating in a lot of quizzes and competitions and collaborations.
It can be very beneficial to particular classes. In the arts classes, there's so many different applications out there these days, not only for teaching photography, but also courses like in a drawing-based class, you can do electronic drawing. So you can take an image and actually place it on the screen and kind of work on top of it, which can really help skill building for technical skill.
As a whole, I think technology is great. I think obviously it's the future. I think the thing that schools are dealing with now is that students are so involved with technology that has to become part of the educational fiber, and that it is something that we have to realize that students are used to having instantaneous information, and it's no longer you go into a research paper to look things up.
Before, yes, I was on my computer, you were on your computer. Now we could all be on the same document at the same time. I mean, the possibilities really are endless, and the content creation that you have, even with the simplest device as an iPhone or an iPad, you can record things, you can create things. There's an app for everything.
It hasn't been so far. We have the pilot project.
I think it's kind of on a class-by-class basis, because if you are, for example, in the art room, typically you're going to have your iPad on a flat surface, and so I think I'll be able to kind of recognize when a student is on something other than the particular application they should be on. I could maybe see in other classes, if you're sitting back and doing research on it, it could be more distracting or a way to be off task a little easier.
There's been with the 9th grade, for instance, there's been a few we've needed to do a few things with a few students to help them to understand that there's a time and place for everything. And so we've had to do a few new things, but on the whole, I think once the novelty wears off, then the students, they want to learn, they want to get the information, they want it to be a positive experience in the classroom.
Personally, I'm excited because of the possibilities. Okay, where we go with it, that's another story, but the possibilities, I mean, will just blow your mind.
I think it's the way that students learn now. I mean, they have it. You have it. You have your smartphone. I'm sure you both have smartphones, and you're on those all the time. And so we want the iPads, the other technology things that you can have to be part of your life, just like reading a book used to be for my generation. You know, we carry a book around with us. Well, you're carrying your iPhone or your iPad around with you, so it's there. It's something that you'll be using, and it's a tool. Now, will iPads be used 3 or 4 years from now? Who knows? They might come up with something else. Because I guarantee you, when I was in high school, I never had a clue things would be like they are today. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
All right. I am in favor of Penguin changing into a community-friendly iPad.